Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the On Fire B2B podcast where we take business owners and CEOs in the B2B space. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. And here we go. Question number 1 in a couple sentences. Tell us who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, hi, my name's Justin. I am with the Covert Closer, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs and salespeople learn how to overcome objections without turning into aggressive sales bros.
Perfect. Yeah, we don't like sales bros here. So
No, we
question
don't.
number 2. What is the best thing about working with businesses?
The best thing about working with businesses is being able to make a massive impact because, these days more and more, especially with the pandemic going on, work is life. And as you can help a company align their goals with the goals of their people, which is happening naturally, if you can help the company align with that, then you can start to see people realize their self-actualization, and it's a very exciting thing to be a part of.
Absolutely. Question number 3. I'm hearing from other top executives that getting in front of decision makers is a challenge. What are your thoughts?
I think that sentence could be amended to, it's a challenge for the lazy. Because if you can personalize your approach, if you can find something out about that person, and if you can be persistent, it's not hard at all. It's just a matter of if you're trying to just shotgun your approach, that is a challenge. And it is if you're not willing to put in the work.
That is true. You got to put in the work. Question number 4. What advice would you share with other companies working in the B2B industry? Go.
The advice I would say would be, well, first of all, when you're talking to customers, what you need to understand is that everybody does what they think they're doing is right for a reason. Okay, so I developed a method called the listen method for handling sales objections. And it's 6 steps, super easy. The first thing you do is you ledge. And so what that means is you say something that's unexpected. That breaks the pattern. It also shows them that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you here. I'm going to say something funny or something you don't expect to make you laugh or make you reel back and go, wait, what did this guy just say? And that's going to break the tension in the room. And then from there, I'm going to investigate your position. So you ask 3 questions just to investigate how the person is feeling, what their beliefs are, what their values are, to see if it's even worth trying to overcome. Because only 2 out of 10 times is it really worth it for you to try, 8 out of 10 times is it really worth it for you to try to overcome that objection. So after you've investigated where they're coming from, then you state the problem back to them, make sure you're on the same page. And then you ask them their permission to see if they want you to give them some more information to help them make a decision. They'll never say no at that point. That's the best part. And then at that point, then you give them some more information. And as any good salesperson knows, you don't talk about every single aspect of your product. You hold on to a couple things in your back pocket. And that's that time to bring that out. And that 5th step there is show them something that they didn't know before, or based on what you learned about them, show something that might shift their perspective a little bit, or share something with them that is unexpected about your company or about you. And from there, then the next thing you have to do is extend a challenge to them for the next step. So extend a challenge to step outside their comfort zone, or extend a challenge to change their thinking and do something they wouldn't normally do. And by that point, they'll be asking you for business, and it won't feel like some kind of confrontation.
Right. Yeah. Well, also you can just go up to them and say, buy my stuff.
Yeah, you could do that too, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, just buy it. Just buy it, man.
Yeah, just buy it.
It's fine.
Obviously,
just
Justin, if you're not serious about your business, you shouldn't hire me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you need to think about? What is that? What's up with that?
Yeah. We're just having some fun here. So
yeah.
Love the listen method, by the way. But let's get to question number 5. What other top CEOs and business owners in the B2B industry, like yourself, would you like to acknowledge as a leader and should be a guest on my podcast?
I would say my best friend, Clarence Strong. He's the VP of sales at Moto Refi, which is a auto loan refinancing company. And like right now, especially, that business is blowing up. And I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for him. So I would definitely say check him out.
Perfect. I will check him out there. But question number 6 is the most important question of the podcast, Justin. I need you to focus on this one. Hey, Justin, tell me about your first time. Your first sale.
My first sale. Oh, 2 very different stories there. So I worked at Circuit City. I'll tell you about my very first sale ever. So I worked at Circuit City, and I was in the tech bench. I was a computer technician. And the floor for computers was just overran. There were so many customers. And so the sales manager came up to me, to the desk, and he goes, hey, I need you to go out there and sell a computer. And now I'm like an introverted kid, computer nerd. I'm 18 years old. Like, I'm going to school for computer science. Like, I'm like, you want me to go talk to people, like, beyond taking their computer in for service? And he's like, yeah. He's like, listen, it's easy. all you need to do is ask them which laptop they want, and then ask them if they want to buy all the things on this list. And he gives me this list. It's like 14 different accessories and like extended warranty and everything. So I'm like, okay, well, this is my job and I'm grateful to work here, so I might as well go out there and do it. So I go out there and I meet up with some couple buying a laptop for their kid for college. And they picked the one out that they wanted. They asked me some questions, which of course I knew the answers to because I'm a computer nerd, right?
Right.
And so they loved that. They loved me. And they say, yeah, okay, we'll buy it. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you want to get a laptop bag? And they were like, sure. And they picked out a laptop bag. And I was like, do you want to get a wireless mouse? And they were like, sure. So they picked a wireless mouse. And I was like, do you need antivirus? And they're like, well, do we need antivirus? I was like, yes, you need antivirus. Okay, cool. We'll have that. Do you want to have all this stuff installed? Yeah, we'll have that. Do you want an extended warranty? Yeah, we'll take that. And I'm like, the sales going from an $800 laptop to all of a sudden like a $3,200, full solution sale. And
right.
That experience showed me something about myself I didn't know before. And I remember like gathering everything up and walking it over to the register, and my manager came next to me. He's like, that's fun, isn't it? I was like, yeah, it is. He goes, you want to be a salesman, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do. And then we walked over and it was awesome. So the rest is history.
Yeah, there you go. You got to start somewhere. That's awesome. You kept asking questions and got a lot of yeses.
Exactly.
There we go. Justin, you now have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Promo time. Ask me a question. Talk about the weather, or since the best know when to be concise and when to end, we end early. Go.
Well, I'll do a little promo. So if you like the sound of the listen method that I talked about earlier, you can go to my website and get a free 6-step objection guide there. And that'll detail the steps and you can plan out your own objections. And that website is just thecovertcloser.com. And then beyond that, Bob, I'm curious, who has been your favorite guest so far?
Probably my favorite guest would be a guy named Earl.
Okay.
And he's one of my clients now. But I used to watch have you ever seen Scam Nation? On YouTube? Well, basically I used to watch them a lot. Basically, it's a guy showing you how to do these little, confidence tricks. Okay. I never knew it. They really expanded their business. They stopped doing that and did something else. And because of him, I was able to get reconnected to those guys. I'm like, oh, they're doing all this new stuff. That's awesome. And so basically they're doing the modernrogue.com. You're the modern rogue. And so I was like, that is amazing. Because he was on one of their videos. He's like, hey, check this out. I'm like, I remember these guys.
You're like, wait, hold on. The long lost show. That's awesome. The modernrogue.com. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. The Modern Rogue. Basically it shows you, it's all about being a classy man, but they show you how to do really cool things. Like they were talking, one time they talked about adding an RFID chip to your finger. And they showed you all the
things. So you can like pay with your finger?
Yeah. Pay with your finger, open up. So like what he would do is, the guy who did it, every time he go to a hotel, he'd take his hotel key, plug it into his laptop, program on there. So he just walk by his hotel room and just do the little finger swipe and open his door.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. That's cool.
There you go. Wow. You got 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Anything else you want to add, or we can end early?
Let's end early, man. That sounds great.
We're ending early. You pulled it off. 6 questions, 9 minutes, because the best know when to be concise and when to end. Your website, say it.
Thecovertcloser.com.
In the description, it's magic. Justin, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, Bob.
Cheers. And for everyone else watching or listening, make sure you check out more episodes of the On Fire B2B podcast. I am Bob Clark. You all have a wonderful day. Now talk to you later. Bye.